They say the farmer's husband today can become the shaman's husband tomorrow. Yes, so today we are doing something that is completely, okay, not completely different, but a bit different, I'm talking of the storyline and the choice of topic for today, okay? Because there's this growing and dangerous trend in our society today, that is becoming louder, bolder, and frankly more disturbing by the day. And I'm sure by the time I delve into this story proper, a lot of you understand why. Its trend, is this very trend where you see a lot of our young ladies and even some mature ladies as well, who now shamelessly capture, hijack, and violently snatch other women's husband. And instead of remorse, they flaunt it, boasting on social media like they won a prize. Yes, I'm sure your mind is already going towards certain directions, right? Good. These women now pose in matching outfits, flaunt their so-called king. Yes. On Instagram, post vacation photos, skits, and romantic quotes, while the original wives are left behind, abandoned with their children, heartbreak, and silence. The most shocking part, right? Society, yes, our society enabled it. Our society is the enabler in most of these things. And that is why you see characters like Blessed CEO coming on air to say, if I want your man, I'll put you under 6 foot and I'll take him. Because in our words, Abi Ogbanje, it is because the society now accept things like that without questioning, without much condemnation. That is why that level of arrogance is coming out today. But today is not about Blessing CEO. This story is not about her, okay? And she barely escaped being in our top 5 in this story, okay? So it's not about her, but I needed to just put that out there to put this in proper context. So like I said, the most shocking part, right, is the fact that our society today enables things like this because we share it, we give them clouds and even camera time. So today, we thought it wise to touchlight on this madness because that's what I call it. Because the thing is, ravaging the whole society. We present to you the top 5 most notorious, the top 5 most notorious celebrity husband snatching scandals in Nigeria, ranked based on how forceful the takeover was and how loud the backlash became, and how unbothered and shameless they were after the storm. Get ready, my people, because this one is not for the faint-hearted. Okay? So at number 5, yes, at number 5, we have MercyJohnson. Yes, I'm sorry, she just have to be here. And this whole story is not about me. It's about what we have there on the social media. Okay, so MercyJohnson, I love you, but then you just have to be here at number 5. In 2011, MercyJohnson shocked the internet when she tied the knot with Prince Odianose Okoje. But here is the ticker, or rather the kicker. His legal wife at the time, Lovely Okoje, was still in the picture, living abroad with two of their kids, according to the reports at that time. Pictures of them as a happy family were already online before MercyJohnson entered the scene. So when the marriage was announced, social media exploded. Yes, I remember that time. It exploded. When I say exploded, it actually exploded at that time. Okay? For those of you who are very much alert, within the social media world at that time, I'm sure this will resonate with you so much. So Lovely Okoje cried out, saying Mercy knew she was still married to her husband. Okay? That was what the wife said at that time, that MercyJohnson knew she was still validly and legally married to the husband at that time. Nigerians dragged MercyJohnson relentlessly. I remember very well, branding her a homebreaker at that time and accusing her of destroying a family. For months, It was trending. Like I'm saying this now, this is not coming from my mouth. This is what I have curated from the social media space. Okay. So it's not me saying this. This is based on the alleged stories that is already making the rounds, that is already right there, even as I speak on the social media. So it's not me saying this. Okay. So for months, it was trending. While MercyJohnson, wore her wedding gown with pride, online fury brewed. People saw it as a betrayal to womanhood and to the children, left behind. Although time has passed since then, many Nigerians have never forgotten how she boldly walked into another woman's home and came out with the husband. Okay? So I'm just going to leave that message just right here. I'm sure a lot of you are now very familiar with all the other details about that taking over. So at number 4, yes, we have MercyAigbe. And I know a lot of you are familiar with this as well, but I will just tell you how it is. Okay, so at number 4, we have MercyAigbe. Omo, this one came with Bass Boost and Bass Back. Yes, in early 2022, MercyAigbe revealed her new man, Adekas, a movie marketer and CEO of Ibaka TV. Almost immediately, his wife, Funsho Adioti, spilled hot pepper tea. She said she introduced Mercy to her husband as a friend. Omo, okay, God. Only for that friendship to become an affair behind her back. She claimed MercyAigbe, started sleeping with him when her baby was just 5 months old. Oh my God. Oh my God. This one is really very, very dirty right now. So Funsho posted receipts. She didn't just talk, she posted receipts. Mercy clapped back, yes, and it kept Nigerians divided. But most people saw it clearly. This was a betrayal of trust on every level. Because this is a woman, this is a wife who introduced you to her husband. So how do you justify this level of betrayal? And all you can do is to turn around and clap back at this woman? Shamelessly? But again, it's been some years back now, and it's like we have all moved on, right? A viral clip of MercyAigbe advising girls to shop married men money. He's not your husband, resurfaced, okay? And that just added petrol to the whole fire. Because those words came from MercyAigbe herself. She was dragged mercilessly, okay? Even though her name is Mercy, okay? But she was dragged mercilessly. Her every post was flooded with comments like Oleoko, that is, I think in Yoruba interpretation of this Yoruba word, means thief of husband, okay? You broke a home, you will reap what you sow. These were the set of comments that followed every post she made at the height of that whole takeover by her. Yet, through all the chaos, MercyAigbe flaunted her man without blinking. Matching outfits, Dubai vacations, red carpets, etc. Like nothing even happened. And Nigerians never forgave. Okay? So, and this takes me to number 3. And this name, well, let me just go ahead. At number 3 is Toyin Lawani. The stylist, fashion icon, and socialite stunned fans when she got engaged to Segun Wells, her personal photographer. This one show cool. Personal photographer. But the celebration turned sour when Nigerians discovered Segun was already married with children. A wedding invite to his wife, to his wife surfaced. Pictures of his kids flooded the blogs. The timeline went up in flames, expectedly. Because how do you explain this? This man has got a wife and kids. Okay? And on top of that, it's not like there's anything wrong in marrying your personal photographer, but the fact that he was married with kids, who does that? Even if you don't have conscience, if you don't have sympathy for the wife, how about the children, for God's sake? A wedding invite, like I said, to his wife just surfaced. Picture of his kids flooded the blogs, and timeline went, ballistic. But Toyin, she remained unbothered. Yes. She addressed the outrage with insults, calling critics useless goats and jobless feminists. Instead of acknowledging the broken home, she doubled down with lavish wedding shoots and designer slay. And that's why when I tell women that, look, see, now wahala, women are the biggest problem to themselves. And I keep saying this. I'm not trying to absorb the men from, or maybe trying to exonerate the men, but then the way some of these women, do these things, sometimes you just wonder, why do this to another woman? So people accuse her of using fame to silence accountability. Others blasted her for mocking the institution of marriage. To this day, her name still comes up anytime celebrity husband snatchers is mentioned. Okay? The wound was deep and the backlash unforgettable. Okay? And with this, I just want to slide quickly to number 2. And this number 2, well, I'm sure you are a bit familiar with this name as well. Okay, and there's a bit of betrayal here as well. Okay, so on number 2, we have Rosie Moira. Okay, Rosie Moira will always bring scandal any day, anytime. Once a close friend to Tonto DK, yes, our own Tonto DK, very close friend to Tonto DK for that matter. Rosie was trusted like his sister. They hear me, make na they hear me. She was trusted by Tonto like his sister. But when Tonto's marriage to Olakunle Churchill collapsed, guess who he married next? Yes, Rosie herself, the best friend to Tonto DK. That was the very next person Churchill got married to. And that is it. And the internet erupted. Yes, so it erupted. Tonto claimed betrayal. Trust Tonto DK now. I'm sure even till today, I'm sure Tonto DK has not forgiven that lady. Nigerians believed her. Rosie was accused of creeping into the marriage while acting innocent, then snatching Shoshi like a handbag. The drama was loud, messy, and painful. And this has to really be very, very painful. Your best friend? Come on. So people said she ruined the home and stabbed her friend in the back. This one don't even pass stabbing. I'm telling you, how is it possible that some of these women don't even have conscience? Because how do you do this to your best friend, and you see him every day? Your conscience does not prick you? I don't understand. Even now, years later, Rosie and Churchill's every post gets a sprinkle of curses and sarcasm. You hear things like, "Hope you are sleeping well beside another woman's husband." That's the legacy Rosie left behind. Okay, and with this, Omo, this number 1, I know some of you will have already guessed. Yes. And this just have to be number 1 anyway, because competition not there for this number 1 with this person. And I hereby announce the number 1 person here on this very, very story. The number 1 person here is no other person, the undisputable champion, Madam Judy Austin. Yes. I'm sure even without going to the story proper, you already know that. You already agree with this. And I know a lot of you will agree. Please, if you don't agree with this number 1, go to the comment section and tell us who you think your number 1 should be. So Judy did not just snatch a man. She snatched headlines, peace of mind, and outrage from every corner of Nigeria. When Yul Edochie announced her as his second wife, the country almost shut down. Yes. Why? Because his legal wife, May Edochie, was not only still married to him, she was still mourning the death of their child. Don't forget that around that period, their first son just died. And the woman was just mourning She hasn't even finished doing that when Yul Edochie made that infamous announcement of his second wife. Judy stood unbothered. She began making skits with Yul immediately. Started calling herself Queen Judy. Can you imagine this? Flaunted the man online like she won a jackpot or even a trophy. Meanwhile, May was battling depression, pain, and public humiliation, all put together. The worst part, people came out with fresh allegations. One actress alleged that Judy once tried to break up Majid Michelle's marriage before Yul. Screenshots, allegations, even Judy's curses could not silence the dragon. Every time she smiled, Nigerians boiled. Every time she spoke, they fumed. From Facebook to Twitter, from church pupils to beer parlors, JudyAustin became the face of shameless husband snatching in Nigeria. And she wore the crown very, very boldly. Like I said, I'm not the one making this up. Everything I say here has been curated from the social media space, and it is out there. I'm only doing, uh, uh, um, what do you call it? Running a commentary about what is already existing. Okay. So, and like I said, JudyAustin wore the crown boldly. But this is not just gossip, my people. It's a wake-up call to all of us. Yes, these 5 women walked into homes and came out wearing wedding rings, while the original wives cried in silence. Children were left behind. Some of the men stopped caring, for their children altogether. Yet these women now bear their stolen husbands like accessories, basking in stolen joy. But the real enemy is us. Yes, all of us, the society. You know why? Because we laughed. Yes, we laughed. We watched. We took sides. Yes, we trended their names instead of condemning their actions. And because we did nothing, others came forward and did even worse. And that is why, like I said at the beginning, that is why you see the likes of Blessing CEO coming out just a few days ago to say that, on live video, to say that if I want your husband, I'll put you down 6 foot and take him. That's what she said on live video, without taking cognizance of the fact that the very man she's even hobnobbing with today, quite in a circumstance that she should not be making such a statement. That is how shameless some of these women can be. Okay? That is how shameless. Because there's no shame, just peer pressure. Okay? Women are now destroying women with confidence. Women are now destroying women with confidence. No conscience. And that's the reason why you see a lot of women today just keep to themselves. There's no bestie, there's no best friend. They just keep to themselves. And who will blame them? Because there's no more shame in the society. Just peer pressure, greed, envy, and empty bragging rights. Let's not forget, my people, a society that claps for nonsense will soon cry over its consequences. It's time to go back to our values. Let us teach our daughters that not all that glitters is gold. Let us remind our sons that loyalty is not a luxury. And let society stop giving microphones to betrayal. Yes, because that's all we do. Because tomorrow, the same chaos we applauded today may come knocking at our own doors. And to the cheerleaders of these disgraceful acts, remember, the one who shares the hunter now may soon become the hunted. Yes. And with this, I know this story is very long, but it will be worth the while, okay? For those of you who have listened up to this point, I say thank you so much. God bless you for all you do. I'll be right back. God bless you. Once again, bye-bye.